Hey, real quick, thank you for tuning into this well-balanced podcast brought to you by Vector Wealth Management. We're a full-service, fee-based wealth management firm working with clients across the U.S. We do financial planning and investment management for individuals and families. If you're new to Vector and would like a portfolio and plan review, go to our website, vectorwealth.com, and click on the free assessment to get started. And now back to our show.
Hi, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Well Balanced, a podcast from Vector Wealth Management, where we dive into financial planning topics, the markets, everyday issues to help you get today right. I'm Suzy Klapperich, Chief Compliance Officer here at Vector. Today I'm joined by one of our advisors, Charlie Gruys, to talk about something that's affecting 1 in 3 adults. You may say, this will not happen to me. We are here to tell you that you will likely experience attempted fraud at some point. Fraudulent phishing and social engineering with the intent to gain access to your hard-earned money are on the rise. These scams are getting more and more sophisticated every day. Recently, Charlie worked with a client who faced one of these situations. Charlie, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks, Suzy. I think this is an important conversation. A client of mine recently had an experience that really highlights how easily these scams can happen. He was at his computer when suddenly a big red warning popped up saying his computer was infected and about to shut down. The message said he needed to call Microsoft support immediately.
I've seen those, and that is really scary. They're designed to look official. They have countdown timers, flashing alerts, sometimes even a robotic voice telling you not to turn off your computer.
Exactly. In the moment, my client called the number. What he didn't realize is that he was calling the scammers directly and not Microsoft. The scammers convinced him to let them remote access into his computer to help him. And from there, they could see his accounts, emails, and other sensitive information.
That's the really tricky part. These pop-ups look super official. The criminals aren't breaking in the way we might imagine. They're tracking people into opening the door for them, revealing their credentials to their devices and accounts, such as everyday technology like phones, computers, and credit cards.
And for some clients who are very tech savvy, this might be a red flag right away. They close the window and move on. But for others, and frankly, it could happen to anyone in a moment of stress. It looks so real that you think you have no choice but to follow the instructions.
That's why we here at Vector feel education is so important. So let's pause here and talk about what listeners can do to protect themselves. First, if you see a pop-up that says your computer will shut down or you need to call a number, do not call that number. Second, never allow someone remote access to your computer unless you initiated the request with a trusted company. And third, if you're not sure, call Vector or call a trusted family member.
And don't feel embarrassed if it happens. These scams are designed to create fear and urgency. What matters is what you do next. And in my client's case, we were able to catch suspicious transactions quickly. And by coordinating with the custodian, we're able to freeze activity before more damage was done.
That's a good reminder that our firm and custodians have safeguards in place. It's not just about prevention, it's also about being able to respond quickly when something does slip through the cracks.
And it's also why we encourage clients to have a trusted contact on file. If we can't reach you directly, maybe you're traveling or unavailable. Having someone else, think adult children, family member, or a close friend, we can call, make a difference in protecting your accounts.
Charlie, that's a really good point. A trusted contact doesn't have control over your money, but rather it gives us sort of a safety net, someone we can call to help us verify when we can't reach you, whether something is unusual is legitimate or not.
Yeah, so bottom line, scams are out there and they're getting more convincing. But with awareness, good communication, clients can feel confident that they're not alone in facing these risks.
Exactly. And remember, no legitimate company will pressure you with countdown clocks, gift card payments, or scary warnings that demand immediate action. If it feels urgent and frightening, it's probably a scam. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Well Balanced. If you have questions or want to learn more about protecting yourself from online scams, reach out to your advisor here at Vector. Until next time, stay well balanced.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies.